Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And for this video, it's really interesting. I'm gonna be going over how I traded my 14-foot little aluminum boat I picked up for literally $200. I'll put a picture of it right here for this. This is a 2026 Ninja 500 ABS. And it's kind of crazy, right? Because you think about a 14-foot aluminum fishing boat, you see off Marketplace, which is literally what I did. You get it for a couple $100 and it turns into this. So how I did it, why I did it, and how you can do it yourself if you would want to, coming in this video. Let's get right into it, guys. So I want to go back to, I would say just last summer, really. Last summer around this time, and I got that boat. I was actually on a bus with a bunch of my teammates for crew, and I was on Marketplace, of course, because like a lot of you guys, I love just scrolling on Marketplace. And it was around this time of the year last year, so it was about boating season, and I wanted to get a boat. And I saw these guys doing the mini bass boat builds, and I thought they were just absolutely sick. So what did I do? I went on there, and to my luck, I found one boat for, it was like $200. And there's a couple things you got to keep in mind, because you have to reach out right away, and you have to be one of the first people to reach out, and you can't send like a generic message. I did all those things. I did the opposite of those things. So I reached out first. I luckily saw the ad when it was posted like 5 minutes ago, and I was like, hey, cash in hand, when can I get this thing? It was a 14-foot aluminum boat, and I think it came with an 8 horsepower motor as well. Anyways, long story short, I went there, I got it, literally $200 or $300. I kid you not even lying to you. $200 or $300, that was it. And I got it, I trailered it home. I think that one I didn't even, I don't know. Yeah, I trailered at home because it came with a trailer, and I just started working on it. So I would say throughout the next month and a half, I was working on that boat in my garage. It was, I'll throw up some pictures here. It was just an absolute journey. I loved it at the time, and I don't regret doing it at all, obviously, but it was a journey. So what I did is I framed out the bottom with aluminum angle, and before that I went and made sure it was all sealed up with caulk, with like anything you could think of, right? Any sealant. And then I put the aluminum angle and rivets. I cut everything to length, made the bottom of that boat so sturdy, put closed cell pour foam in there, ran wires all throughout the, underbody of the boat, had a control panel board up front, had switches all, I had a front light, I had LED, like the green and red markers for at night. It was just like a whole little boat build, seriously. So I fully transformed this thing, and as you can see by the pictures I'm throwing up, I got the whole sea deck floor in there and everything. It was just a sick build. And then crazy enough, I traded a guy for my 8 horsepower motor, which when you put all this stuff in the boat, it weighs it down, right? So it couldn't really get up on plane that good. And that's just with me in there. So if I added somebody else, it'd be really bad. Anyways, I found this guy on Marketplace again. He had a 15 horsepower outboard motor. I had an 8. But he had a bigger boat, and his 15 was his kicker motor on there. So it was too big for the kicker motor. So he just did a straight trade for mine. Again, these Marketplace things you can just luck out on. People, even though the value isn't necessarily the same, their time isn't worth going and selling his and then finding another. It's just like a straight trade, it's easy. And he needed it, and I needed that one, and it worked out really good. Anyways, I have the 15 horsepower on there. My boat's all set. I take it out a couple times last summer, and it's a great boat. Don't regret building it at all. I had 2 like compartments in the back where I could put the gas tank and put all my crap if I needed to. Caught some nice fish off that thing, and it was great. I also restored the trailer. Anyways, that's the boat build out of the way. Comes this year, I'm interested in motorcycles, but I'm like, hey, I might as well try and, I don't want to spend my money in my bank account that much. I don't want to go out and drain the rest of my money on a bike. I should save it. So what can I sell that I have? Well, the boat, obviously. And you see with boats, they're really cool, but you have to take care of them. You have to store them for winter, and every time you want to take them out, you legitimately have to take them out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really just decide 30 minutes prior that you want to take your boat. Like, no, it's kind of like a whole process. You got to get the trailer, you got to hook it up to the truck, you got to bring it down, you got to back it in, and it's like there's not really a lake right by here. So it was a whole issue in that in itself. Not an issue, but it's just a lot of time, and I don't have a lot of time this summer. So yeah, I listed it on Marketplace. I listed it for at first I did a free listing, and I was just like, mini bass boat trade for motorcycle. And, you know, nothing too big came out of that. I got a couple interesting offers, as you would expect, for like maybe a Harley Davidson sport, or not, like a Harley. Got an offer for an old Harley. Got an offer for a car, but it was a clapped out old car. Nothing I took. Some guy offered me like 2K, but I really wanted 3. Anyways, and a couple people flaked on me. You have to watch out for that, especially with these bigger ticket items, like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 items. If you're selling with like bikes, boats, cars, people will flake on you all the time. I think I had 2 or 3 people say they were showing up, and last second they just canceled on me. There was this one guy who wanted to trade for a, what was it? It was a Gixxer 600 2006. That would have been way too much for me, but of course I wanted it, and he was going to trade, but he just flaked at the last second. So people will do that. Anyways, then there was a guy who I personally reached out to before I even made my second listing. I made a second listing of the boat just with a price on it. So it wasn't free, it was $3,000, and I said trade for motorcycle in description or 3K. And previously I reached out to a couple guys who had bikes listed, and I just sent them pictures of the boat, and I was like, hey, would you want to trade? I can maybe put some cash on top, whatever. One of them, it was this bike, surprisingly. And he said, well, not right now. I have a guy coming for it. If he doesn't get it, I'll let you know. Didn't think anything of it because the guy's probably going to get it. I get a message from him 3-4 days later. The guy didn't get it. Do you want to do a trade plus a little bit of cash on your end? And I can't get too excited yet because, you know, people flake all the time and you never really know what's going to happen with stuff. But this was awesome, as you know. So I got super excited. I was like, yes, of course. Like, give me more information on the bike, whatever. Because I forgot what bike it even was. I've been talking to a lot of people since then. It was this. It was in 2026 Ninja 500. He got it just in March, and it has, what is it at right now? I'll check for you. It's at 784 miles. Brand new bike. And this guy's, when I met him here, he had a bunch of, he had an S1000. He had a bunch of fast bikes, but he just got this because he was kind of settling down and having a kid and all that stuff. So anyways, we agreed on the boat, obviously the boat, the trailer, the motor, all the accessories I had with it. Plus I gave him $1,000 on my end. And then he traded me the bike. He gave me the helmet. It's the, what is it? It's a TT Revo helmet. Really nice helmet. Here, I'll grab it for you guys so you can see. And on top of that, see, here's the helmet. And he put this thing on. I think this looks sick, but it's a TT Revo double XL, and that's half the surprising part, right? Is I'm a bigger guy, and you know, you don't really expect a lot of these people's gear to fit you. But he was bigger. He was like 6'2". So he has 2 pairs of pants, 2 pairs of like a armored sweatshirt type thing. It came with an LV exhaust, an aftermarket exhaust. I threw the stock one back on, just because now I'm riding around in neighborhoods and I don't want to disturb people and get the police called on me. But obviously, no need to comment it. I will be putting that exhaust back on as soon as I get on the road, for sure, just to make people be aware, and I kind of like the sound of it. And yeah, that was that. We, you know, he was here. We hooked up the boat to, I actually drove him back in our truck, and he just left the bike here. We signed the titles over, we did all of that, and then the rest that I got to do is go to the Secretary of State, pass my test, get my name on the title, get the license plate, get a new plate for it, and all that good stuff. MSF soon. And yeah, guys, that's really it. And if you're looking for a bike and you're a first-time rider, 100% marketplace, 100%. Now, am I saying you're going to find this and this good of a deal? No. But you could find better or you could find worse. It's totally just your luck. And it is, I mean, it's luck for sure, but it's also how much you interact and like how your profile is set up and all that. Like if you're a random guy who's just joined in 2026 and you have no profile picture, nothing, or like your sketch, nothing's gonna happen for you. But if you're like me, you have a normal looking profile, you have like maybe 30 5-star reviews because I've been selling on there for a while, that kind of gives you more points, if you know what I'm saying. But that's besides the point. You don't need that. It's just like, you know, you want to make your profile look good if it's not. Anyways, guys, yeah, that's basically it for the video. I wanted to share to you how I traded this boat for this bike. And it happened over probably a year and a half, but it is crazy to think. I probably put, I would say $2,500 to $3,000 in that boat. And this bike, he showed me he had the original window sticker for it, like the packet and how much it was. It was like $7,500. And I know you can get them for a little cheaper now, but you know, like that's crazy. I mean, like it's crazy. But again, the thing with Marketplace is, you know, just because this bike was $7,500 and my boat I only spent $3,000 on, you can't find my boat anywhere. It's a sick ass build, and you can't buy that. You can't just go into a store and be like, hey, I want to buy that boat how it is for $3,000. Like you can't. You can only buy it from me because I'm the only person making these, besides maybe a couple other people that do it a little bit differently that are not in the area. So that's how stuff works on Marketplace. Like it might not be equal dollar amount value, but some things you just can't buy, and some things people just want because they're in the market for them, and it just works out. So yeah, guys, that is ultimately the story on how I traded my little aluminum boat that was $200 for this awesome Ninja 500, man. Like that's really it. And I hope if you guys want to do the same thing or something similar with a different item that you can trade, try to do that. Try to list it, because why not? But do not trade for a 1,000cc sport bike just because a guy is offering to do that as your first bike. Don't do that. Get a 500, get a 650, get a 400, get a bike that's good to learn on. Don't be impulsive. Don't even buy a 600, I would say. Like this bike is, from a beginner, this Ninja 500, this little bike is more than enough power for me to learn and get the basics done. Yes, will I want more power at some point? Sure. But I don't need it right now, and I'm gonna be fine with this bike for a good year or two. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you want more videos like this, please let me know if you made it this far. Comment something that you wanna see, more bike content, more talk content, a mix of both. But yeah, guys, anyways, one more thing to share. I am getting a action camera for my helmet, so gonna be able to do like moto vlogging and stuff like that. So I'll probably upload those on Shorts, Instagram, YouTube videos in general. So you guys be looking forward to that. More content to come. We're gonna pump this channel. Check out the TikTok, check out the Instagram. It should be all under the same handle. Yeah, guys. Yeah. Have a great one. Thank you for watching.